Hey y'all, it's Damo, and today I'm going to show y'all how I got this soft makeup look. So most of the products I'm using today are from my local beauty supply. I start off by prepping my brows. I just like to start with my brows because it kind of just shapes the whole face. So I use this two-sided brush. It was like $1.99. It has the spoolie. I just brush them up. And then I just start filling them in, doing little strokes. Like I like to make them like hair strokes, so I don't just color the brows in. I just go stroke by stroke until it looks full to my liking. It doesn't have to be neat because we are gonna go in with some concealer to further shape them. So I basically keep doing little strokes, and then I brush afterwards just to kind of blend it in and make it look more like hair rather than just that makeup look, if that makes sense. Then I went in with this NK concealer that I got from my local beauty supply. It was about $2.59, so not expensive at all. And I kind of just apply a little bit around my brows first. You want to make sure that you're being a little careful with this because you don't want it to get on the actual eyebrow, because then you have to go back in with the brush. Then I go in with this slanted brow brush. As you can see, I'm not just going straight across with the brush right away. I'm just going across the brow using small strokes just to kind of blend that eyebrow more smoother, because you want to use that slanted part. Then you go across the whole brow, top and bottom. Then I repeat this process on the other side. I think with the other brow, I kind of just went under. I was kind of in a rush, so I didn't repeat the whole process exactly the same. But essentially, you're just shaping a brow. Make sure you're using a slanted part of the brush to make sure that it doesn't mess up. And as you can see, I got that concealer on my brow a little bit, so I had to go back in and clean that up. And that's why it's so important not to go straight across at the bottom right away. You also want to make sure that you're blending in the middle of your brows, so you kind of brush before your brows start, just to make sure that the concealer is blended all around your eyes. Then I go in with this little eyeshadow brush just to further blend. You don't really want to blend with a foundation brush or a huge brush around your brows, because then you can risk messing up the shape of those brows, so you don't want to do that. Then I put a little bit of concealer under my eyes just because I have dark circles. This is not the only concealer I'm going to use, but I just like to start off with that because like I said, I got those dark circles under my eyes, so it just gives it a little bit more coverage. And you want to make sure you blend it all around the eyes, even on the eyelid, because this is going to be important for when you do your eyeshadow and everything like that. Then I went in with some Neutrogena concealer, and I put a little bit more under my eyes and on my eyelids, and I'm just going to blend that in. Next, I'm going in with this NK Nude palette, and I'm using kind of that bronze color just to put all over my eyelids, and I'm using that big powder brush to kind of do that, because you want to put it all over your eyelids, because this is going to be the base for when we put another color on top of that. By the way, I got this palette at my local beauty supply too, and it was $2.59. Then I'm using this light concealer from the Kiss 3D Contour palette. That was $6.99 at my local beauty supply. And I'm just putting a little bit at the front of my eyelid, as you can see, and then I just blend that out. Then I use that nude palette again, and I grab that nude pink and put it on just the part that I put the concealer on. I was going to a breast cancer event, so I just wanted a little pop of pink for this specific look. You can leave it at the bronze too. You don't have to add another eyeshadow on top of it. That was just my preference. Then I'm going in with my eyeliner. Y'all, I think I started crying because you gotta really focus when you're putting on a wing eyeliner. I don't recommend this for beginners. If you want to add the eyeliner, you can, but just make sure you're really careful. And always make sure you do this before you do any foundation. That's why I do my eyes first. So if you have any mistake on the eyes, you can always wipe it off with a makeup wipe, and it won't mess up your whole face. You won't have to do the foundation and stuff over. So always do that part first. Now I'm going in with some Maybeline Foundation in the color 330. It is a little bit darker than my skin tone, but I wanted that because I didn't want that pale look. This is not my usual foundation, y'all. Fun fact, at my wedding, I lost a whole bag full of hundreds of dollars worth for makeup, and that's why I'm using this beauty supply stuff, because I was not trying to replace all of that right now. That's some stuff that I got over time. So this video is just to show you that you don't have to spend that much money on makeup, basically. So yeah, I'm just blending this in with the big foundation brush. As you can see, you notice how I'm not really touching my eyes. That part is still light. You don't have to blend your eyes too much. You just put it all over your forehead and your nose. Make sure you go by the ears and the neck too, just to prevent flashback. You don't want your neck and your face to be two different colors. Make sure you go under your eyes too. Now I'm going in with this Neutrogena concealer again. Y'all, I got this at like Jewel Osco or something. I don't remember how much I paid for it. It couldn't have been no more than like $7 to $8 though. And as you can see, I put a little bit right under my eyes, in the corner by my nose, and then a little bit by my eye at the top. I got this hack off TikTok, and it just looks so much better than putting it all the way down for some reason. You know, you put a little bit on your forehead, above your lip, and on your chin. I don't know why I like highlight and contour so much. Y'all see I did my little dancey dance. But and then I go in with the nose highlight. You want to make sure you make this one as thin as possible. That's why I went back to that slanted brush to do this, because you don't want your highlight to be too thick. The whole point is to snatch that nose. Then I blended that highlight out with this little eyeshadow brush too. It's not the same eyeshadow brush that I was using at first. I don't really know the names to all my brushes, y'all, because like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, but it's made for eyeshadow, so that's what I use to blend it, just because that foundation brush would be way too big for this. You could also use a beauty blender too. And blending does take a while, y'all, so don't rush it. Just trust the process. Make sure it's all blended and it's no like harsh lines. But it will all come together, so just make sure you blend correctly. And y'all, this part was not meant to be zoomed in like this, but I'm glad it was, because now y'all can see exactly how I blend that highlight. As you can see, I'm only blending the corners, so it's no harsh line or, you know, big line, but I'm not blending the middle that much, just the corners of it. And you can see it virtually just disappear. And that's how you want to blend that highlight for the nose. Then I went in with this NK setting powder. It was $3 at my local beauty supply, so again, not expensive. And I put it on all the parts that I put concealer on. You don't have to put powder over your whole face, just the parts that you put like cream and concealer on. So in this case, just the concealer for now. Now I'm doing my contour, y'all. So make sure when you're doing contour, oh, by the way, my bad. I actually use the Kiss 3D contour palette for this part too. So when you're doing contour, just make sure you go in an upward motion, as y'all can see. Like, I'm not going down because you want your face to look, I don't know how to explain it, but you just want to go up. You want to go up, not down when you're putting the contour on. I put it on my cheekbones and then a little bit on my forehead. And of course, y'all, well, I do put a little bit at the bottom too, just because it further shaped my face. And then, you know, you want to put it on both sides of that nose as well. Now, when you're doing the nose, notice how I put it right outside the highlight, not on the side of your nose, but right outside where I put that concealer at for the highlight. Then I go in with my smaller foundation brush and I just blend that. Notice how I'm blending it upward, not downward. You want to blend your contour upward for the sides of your face anyway. And I kind of just make that duck face because it make it easier for me to blend it, right? You don't have to make that face, trust me. Make sure you blend that forehead out. And you don't use the foundation brush for your nose. You actually go back in with a different brush. So yeah, I went in with that small eyeshadow brush that I was using for my highlight at first, and I used that for my contour. As you can see, I'm just blending outside the highlight. I don't blend all over my nose. I blend like right by my eye and then down where I put that contour. And then I go down to the sides of my nose too, just so it's not that harsh line right there. The key is blending. You don't want harsh lines. You want everything to kind of come together like baking a cake. Then I use my big powder brush just to get that powder out where I set it for my highlight. And then we also, like I said, you put powder everywhere you put cream. So since we use cream contour, we're going to put powder on those contour lines too. So on the sides of the face, in the nose, and the forehead, we're going to put powder right there too. Not your whole face, not where you put foundation, just where you put the cream. Again, we're going to brush that off with the big powder brush. Make sure all the powder is off. And as you can see, everything is starting to blend together now. It's all about blending. I almost forgot my blush, so I went in with some cream blush from that 3D contour palette. Y'all love this palette. For $6.99, I could do my highlight, my contour, and my blush. So 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I blend that in with one of those eyeshadow brushes. I don't even remember which one I used, but just use a small one. That was cream blush, so put a little bit of powder right there too. Then I'm going in with this NK Setting Spray. It was $3.99 at my local beauty supply. I think I got 90% of this stuff from my local beauty supply. Except this lip liner. This came from Diva Doll's Palace Boutique. I think it was like, I want to say it was like $3 or $4. Don't quote me, but it's a dark brown lip liner, and this lip gloss is also from them. I just wanted this soft bubblegum pink lip, so that's what I did. And you kind of just smack your lips together and it's gonna all blend. And then I decided I wanted another highlight on my nose, so I went in with this highlighter stick. I got this from my beauty supply too. I think it was like $5. I don't remember the name of it. I have to find it to see. And I just put a little bit down my nose where I put that highlight, and it just kind of make it pop. I like it. And you know they always say the makeup look is final when it look good when you put your lip gloss and lashes on. So I'm going in with these lashes that I got from Beauty by Monee. I ordered them online. It's a local small business. Y'all go support. I don't know why I wanted to show y'all how I look with one on. I don't know. But anyway, this is my final result. Like, share, and subscribe if this helped you. Bye.